Hello, welcome to another Hour of Devastation draft. So this pack has some interesting options and directions we can go. We have Bantu's Last Reckoning as a pretty powerful rare with a substantial but not overwhelming downside of lands you control don't untap during next untap step. As far as uncommons go, I'm not actually that impressed by any of these. I know Appeal to Authority is pretty good in an aggressive deck, but I think if I was in the aggro deck, I'd rather probably just first pick the Oketra's Avenger. And other than that, there's like a Lethal Sting, but I'm gonna take the Reckoning. I think maybe I'm too high on the board wipes in this format, but I think just 3 mana wipe the board is pretty strong, even if you don't have to untap next turn. But if you know you have a Wrath and your opponents don't, you can just craft the game in such a way that this just is so backbreaking. So that definitely might not be the best pick, but I like playing this card, and drafting's really about having fun, especially just Magic Online. If I was drafting to win, maybe it'd be worth taking the white 2-drop, but I think this is a high enough power level that it's definitely worth trying out. Here, I've been very impressed with Eternal of Harsh Truths. Even if this card gets in once, just drawing a card is such a good tempo play. Liliana's Defeat, decent sideboard. Really not much in this pack. Eternal's strong. I think Spellweaver Eternal is good. Not as good as the Eternal of Harsh Truths. And then Tragic Lesson is pretty medium. Also the Firebrand Archer I guess is okay. But I think here I'm going to take the Eternal of Harsh Truths. Just has the highest upside. Ooh, okay. See, this is a powerful pack. We have a River Hoopoe, a Sand Strangler, and maybe a Wretched Camel. So this is tough. I know I'm probably not taking a card in a color that I've already taken. River Hoopoe I really like. It's good for going into the long games. Sand Strangler is also just very strong. Just 4 mana, kill a creature and get a 3/3. Really hard to beat that type of value. You do need to have deserts for it to be good, so it's not always amazing, but when it is, it's probably the best thing you can be doing on 4 mana. I actually don't know which to take. So Hoopoe would require a double splash for blue-green, whereas Sand Strangler is just always going to be good. I think given that, it's probably better to take the Strangler, but I like the Hoopoe, and it hurts me to pass it, but I think we're just going to be casting this much more often. Wow, okay, and I'm glad I took this. We have a Bloodwater Entity, Crypt of the Eternals, and an Open Fire now. All 3 very good cards. And I think Open Fire is probably just the best of the 3, but maybe not. I think given that I already have a double black, I'm not for sure in blue, I think I'm going to take the Open Fire for the same reason I took the Sand Strangler, just to stay open, but I really do like Bloodwater Entity. Putting back your best instant or sorcery card is so strong. Crypt of the Eternals also good. Probably take this Desert, but Open Fire this late's got to be a sign. Wow, okay. We're definitely in the right colors. We have Aerial Guide, blue and red deserts, and I guess Striped Riverwinder isn't that good. Solemnity doesn't really do much in limited unless your opponent's going crazy with a -1/-1 counter deck. So here's between Aerial Guide and one of these deserts. Is Aerial Guide a common? Hang on. Maybe I've been playing this card wrong. I thought it was an uncommon this whole time. It's a common. I thought you were an uncommon. What are you doing? I think I'm just going to take the red desert then. Not for sure in blue, but red desert goes well with Sand Strangler. Goes in an aggro deck, or a controlling deck pretty well. And doesn't commit us to blue, because we're not even sure, if we're blue, black, or red. But looking likely we're going to be in red. So here we have an interesting pick. Ruin Rat, I think, is a pretty good early play. Death Touch, and then it exiles them so it can trade for like an Eternalized creature. And it can even trade for one of the gods if for some reason they attack into it. I don't know if that's better than just taking a Traveler's Amulet. Because, you know, we have some cards we might want to splash. I think I'm just going to take the Amulet. I think having good mana and being able to cast your cards is so important. Ooh, Desert of the Fervent, very good pickup. With 2 deserts, it's likely we have something to set up Sand Strangler, and maybe with 1 more desert, it's like, you know, 60 or 70% chance we have a desert on turn 4 for him. So I'm going to take that, passing on Dunes of the Dead. Wow, okay. I'm going to take this blue desert now. Actually, is that better than just taking a Manolith or a Traveler's Amulet? I think so. I think so. Is it? Yeah, given that we have Sand Strangler. Well... Yeah, I think this desert's still better. Okay, this pack has a whole lot of nothing for us. We got blown out by Saving Grace in our last draft, but I don't think it's good in this type of deck. Here I'm probably just going to take the Cunning Survivor. Maybe when we need a blocker it's good. Pretty happy about this Tragic Lesson. In decks like this you definitely need some type of card advantage, and this is good. Good way to recoup card advantage, and good with all these deserts in case like we play one we can always bounce one. So just a good role player, and only 3 mana is not too bad. Yeah, I'm just skipping over these picks, but Wretched Camel that late is a pretty nice pickup, and Granatic Titan I probably will play, but not too sure about that. So right now, it's not even sure we're going to be playing this Bantu's Last Reckoning. Blue-red looks pretty good, although we didn't get our Bloodwater entity, but, you know, when are you ever going to wheel that card anyways? Okay, this pack, there's Driven to Despair, which I don't think goes well in this type of deck. There's Jace's Defeat, which is a good sideboard card, but that's about it. Supreme Will is good. We have a lot of 3-drops though. I think the card I'm going to be taking is Puncturing Blow. This card, the exile effect is so strong. 5 damage kills almost everything they could play. And we already have some pretty good red cards, so I'm going to be taking Puncturing Blow. Wow, okay, ifnir Deadlands. We're definitely in black. This card is amazing, and we have 3 deserts. Yeah, I'm very excited about taking this. If I wasn't taking this, there's actually not much for us in this pack. Maybe like a Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. I don't think I'm going to be able to splash the Desert's Hold. But ifnir Deadlands, just having lands that do a lot of work for you is so good. Wow, okay, Struggle to Survive. One of the premium uncommons, just 3 mana, kill almost anything, depending on how many lands you have. This card's very good. And passing a Puncturing Blow and Desert of the Glorified. And an Accursed Horde, which probably won't be good in this deck, but Struggle to Survive, very good. Wow, wow, okay, another Sand Strangler. Really excited about this pickup. Passing a Fervent Paincaster, which is also I would definitely play, but we have, what, 4 deserts now? Sand Strangler is just Flametongue Kavu. Okay, wow, this draft's going really well. We have Countervailing Winds or Sunset Pyramid. So we have 2 Sand Stranglers, maybe a board wipe. I guess Lethal Sting, Rune Rat, Spellweaver Eternal, also options. I don't even know what we're playing right now. I think probably Sunset Pyramid is very good in this type of deck. We just have a lot of 1-for-1s, and if we could just recoup a bit of that card advantage, we can definitely win the late game. But Doomfall is very strong, Winds is very strong. All these cards I would be happy of playing, but Sunset Pyramids does a lot of what we're looking for. I think that's the pick I've been least sure about of this whole draft, so if you have any other ideas, let me know. Definitely trying to figure out pick orders for this format, but I've been impressed with this card, although it is slow. So here we have, I think, just the Strategic Planning. Can put deserts in the graveyard for free, so our Sand Strangler is turned on, and we're not missing out on much. I don't think we're aggressive enough for this Manticore Eternal, and Kenra Eternal's, you know, pretty replaceable, but it's Strategic planning is fine. Okay. Maybe just pick up another desert. The more deserts we get, the better this ifnir deadlands is. We do need to get enough black to activate this, so that's a thing to keep in mind, but I'll take as many deserts as I can get. And I'm not missing on much. I guess a sideboard Liliana's defeat, but that's not too bad. Wow, that's a really late Unraveling Mummy. Here I'm going to take the Countervailing Winds. We have only 14 playables, and although as much as I'd like to take this extra desert, I think we need to start taking some kind of playable cards here. So I'm going to take the Countervailing Winds. Pretty good with all these cycling deserts, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Here we have Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs as a way to like ping them quite a bit. Jace's Defeat is a good sideboard card, and Lethal Sting. So I think I'd take the Lethal Sting over the Defeat, but the question is, do I want this wall? Because let's see how many removal spells I have. I have a Board Wipe, 2 Sand Stranglers, Puncturing Blow. Lethal Sting. I don't have many creatures. I'm just gonna take the wall. I kind of regret that pick now, getting a second wall, but I'll still take it. I think it's better than the Kenra. Cunning Survivor I'm not gonna play, but it's better than the rest of these, so I'm just gonna take it. I might play this Manolith actually. Ooh, Countervailing Winds, okay. I will probably play 2 of these. It makes our late game very strong, so our opponents can't land like 6 or 7 drops to go over the top of what we're doing, and we have so much removal that I think we'll be able to survive until the late game. So we need, I think, a way to win the long games, because right now we don't have too many win conditions. I guess like pinging them to death with walls is actually a pretty real thing. Oracle's Vault. That card could be good in this deck. Huh. So it's either that or Cryptic Servant, I think. Serpent. 6/5 for each instant of sorcery. So how many instants of sorceries do we have? We have Countervailing Winds, Open Fire, Puncturing Blow. I think Cryptic Servant is enough better that I'm going to take it here. We need a couple more ways to win the game. And although Oracle's Vault gives us a strong late game, we already have a very strong late game. And Cryptic Servant just helps us close out the game really fast. And often we'll be able to cast it for only like 2 mana. Now, finding the blue to play it might be an issue, but you know, it'll be late enough in the game where we should be able to cast it. So I'm going to take it. Ooh, Mouth Defeat is really good. I don't think I can play it. I think that's too greedy. But I really like this card. It's one of my favorite cards in Amonkhet. I've drawn like 14 cards with it one time and definitely won that game. For us though, I think probably just taking an Avian Initiate. 3/2 flying for 4 is a pretty fast clock, and then the Embalm is some really good card advantage. Hoping to wheel either the Scavenger or just the Wasteland Scorpion is actually pretty good. Wow, okay, Deem Worthy's premium removal spell. So it's between that, Cartouche, Cradle of the Accursed, or the... Yeah, nothing else. I'm just gonna take Deem Worthy. This card's really good. From this pack, we have Fetid Pools, which I think goes in this deck quite well. Blue-black dual, pretty hard to come by. Cycling, if we have enough lands, we can get some value. Unfortunately, not a desert for the ifnir Deadlands, but I think we're just missing out on like a cancel or a Cradle of the Accursed. So, yeah, pretty excited about this. I think I'm just gonna take the Scorpion now. This card's pretty good. Death Touch, 2/2, relevant body, cycling when you don't need it. Not too sad about that. Oh, Ruthless Sniper actually will be pretty good. We have a lot of deserts to cycle. Let's see, deserts, we have a Scorpion, Deem Worthy, Granitic Titan, Tragic Lesson also triggers that. Countervailing Winds has cycling, so I'm going to take this Ruthless Sniper. Enough better than like a Tormenting Voice and a Tarkrop Skirmisher. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take this Aven... Ooh, Splendid Agony too? I think Aven Initiate's good. Well, let's see. 3 mana, Open Fire, Tragic Lesson, Punching Blow goes here. Deem Worthy I'm going to put in the 4s. Maybe I'm not even playing this. So it looks like we're blue-red splashing black. Maybe we don't even need black. I don't think Faith of the Devoted is enough of a win condition, whereas even Initiate just hits pretty hard. Missing out on Splendid Agony, but we have a lot of removal, and we need some win conditions. So 31, we have 24 playables. So it's between Tormenting Voice and Painful Lesson. That's a really late Unwavering Initiate as well. Let's see. Wasteland Scorpion. I guess given how many 3s we have, well, Sand Strangler, Aven Initiate. Yeah, I think given how many 3-drops we have, I'm going to take the Tormenting Voice for curve concerns, but that's definitely a close pick, and I could be wrong. Here we're going to take a River Serpent. Not too much thought to that. Scorpion coming around is pretty nice. I might play this Cradle, definitely over the Nimbleblade Kenra. Here, Winds of Rebuke, maybe we would want. I don't think we want a second River Serpent. Doom Beetle, probably not going to play. Kenra, probably not going to play, but this deck's looking quite good. We just need to survive until the late game, and ifnir Deadlands, Ruthless Sniper, all these deserts so we don't flood out. I might actually play 18 lands in this deck. With Tormenting Voice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 cyclers and 1 that makes a creature. I think 18 lands is totally reasonable. Although with Traveler's Amulet, that might be like a pseudo 18th land that taps for 3 colors. And maybe it's better just to have that. But this is definitely going to be an interesting deck to put together. It's hard when all your cards are good. Okay, so putting the lands over here. 27 playables is a lot. So what does it look like if we just... Well, I don't really want to cut the black because the Deadlands is so good. So I think the black is in to stay. Ruthless Sniper is good. The Camo will often just trade for a card, which is what we want out of our early plays. Winds of Rebuke can go on the sideboard. Cunning Survivor is not very good. Tragic Lesson, double Wasteland Scorpion. Maybe I don't want this Manolith. This goes here. Deemworthy is a 4-drop. Cryptic Serpent can be over there. Maybe I just want 1 Countervailing Winds, and then I can bring in the second if they're like a very slow deck. But with 17 lands, a board wipe, these 2 Aven Initiates to kind of finish games. This Eternal is pretty good card advantage. I think this deck has enough to win a game. I'm just not sure if I need this board wipe, but I think it's always a good failsafe, and I can just kind of keep my threats in hand and play a bit more defensive until they commit too much and then kill everything. So I think I can do okay with that. River Serpent, Imaginary Threats. Yeah, the only thing is, do I want a second counterspell? And I think just having all this removal means I don't need many counterspells, and in the matchups where this is relevant, I can just bring more in. Given I have all these cycling deserts, I think Sniper is good enough. And Cryptic Servant's just really strong. Yeah, with 2 Aven Initiates with Embalm, I think I have enough to win the game. So now to make the mana base. I think I actually will play this Cradle. Double Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. I think it's fine. Colorless is pretty relevant in this deck because our color situation isn't amazing, but we have so much removal that we can get to the late game pretty easily. And maybe I can't cast this Cryptic Serpent. Double blue is pretty hard, and like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue spells. So I think actually I'm going to cut the Cryptic Serpent, as much as it hurts me. Maybe like a Granitic Titan is actually just better. Because the cost reduction isn't too relevant when you're not going to play many blue sources at all. It's either the Granitic Titan or a River Serpent. And I think, given that we're going to have a lot of red, probably just better to have the Granitic Titan. Sort by CMC. I think, is it worth having this card in? I've never cast it. It's a 6-drop, so it costs quite a bit more than this would. But I'm just, like, I'm not going to have them blue to play this. Is that better than just playing a Manalith? I think so. Okay, so now we sort by color. How many blue sources do we have? We have one. Get out of here. These go here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue sources right now. So I think I want at least 2 islands. How many black do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want at least 2 islands, probably 3 black, maybe 4, because I want to be able to activate this Deadlands quite reliably. And then how many red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red. Okay, I think this might work out. So, no forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. Black sources we have 2 and 2, so that's 5, 6, 7. So 4 red, sort by CMC. Okay, so 17 lands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources, 7 black sources to cast Ruthless Sniper and Camel. And then I can cycle the Scorpions when I need, and Bantu's Last Reckoning, hopefully I don't have to play early on. Red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is definitely enough to play all of our red spells. And then blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is good. A lot of our blue cards are late game anyways. Countervailing Winds is late game. Even Initiate, we're going to save until after the Reckoning. Just a bit worried about our black situation, being able to cast Bantu's Last Reckoning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's probably enough. We don't need to cast this on 3. Maybe like on turn 5 or 6 we'll be playing this. So I think that's good enough. Alright, that's enough fiddling with this deck. Let's see how it goes. See you guys round 1.